Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm expecting a washing machine coming this morning. Get rid of that old washing machine, like I said. Right in the cupboard. Yeah, we shall be getting rid of this old washing machine in here and replacing it with a new one from Argos. This is what my cupboard is like with all this paraphernalia. This is what it's like outside this morning. A bit chilly, it's a chill in here. The recycling bin is coming down the road. I'm not normally up to see this. Not normally up to see this, guys. Yeah. Normally don't see this. Yeah, hi guys, so I'm at home, I'm in my flat, and as soon as I go onto my balcony or move, people start coming out of their balconies and they start moving about, right? That's what happens. Normally I'm not awake, I'm in my flat. I've just made myself a cup of ginger spice tea, but as soon as I move, people start coming all over the place. I'm not live streaming. I'm not live streaming. So guys, good morning. Just putting the volume up on my Alexa. Oh God. So I've had to get up, right? Because I've got a washing machine coming this morning. It's chilly out there, it's quite chilly, so there's Max, he's looking. Do you see him looking? There's a recycling bin truck coming down the road. Sorry, I've got mess everywhere. I've got my pillows and my bedding and everything. Because I was storing my bedding in the cupboard and I've taken it all out. So the place is a bit of a mess at the moment. Also, I've just got up. Yeah, so good morning everyone. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Bit of a mess this morning because I've got Argus coming out to install a new washing machine which I've waited for the past 3 years. So excuse the mess. So I've woken up early. There's a bit of a chill in the air. There's a load of people up this morning walking up and down the street. I'm not live streaming. Last night I had some messages sent to me off Flirt Finder, which I haven't used for months. So we had people trying to contact me on TikTok, trying to make me talk, trying to make me speak. Why aren't you talking to me? Talk to me. It stresses me out. I feel stressed. I've been trying to move out of this flat for the past 3 or 4 years. I've got a sex pest. They're just a sex pest. They just say things to frighten me, try and scare me, and no one can do anything about it. I don't know if they're in Great Britain, they could be in America. So basically last night I had some messages off of Flirt Finder that were of a sexual nature, pornographic nature. This person is sick in the head, they're a bit of a pervert. So apparently this one guy was from Oxford and was trying to get me to engage in sexting, and I wasn't having any of it. I said, you know, what are you doing that on here for? And I stopped talking to them. I've screenshotted what they were saying. The terms that they were speaking is used in porn. The only reason that I know that is because I had an ex-partner that was obsessed with pornography. So I know the terms that are used in porn. So I went to bed about 11:15 last night. They were trying to keep me awake to the early hours of the morning. I've got a washing machine coming, right? All this is going to be recorded. I record everything. So they were trying to have a sexual conversation with me and I wasn't having none of it. So when these guys come, it's going to be recorded, because you're turning something into sex all the time, which is disgusting. Right? So, there you go. Everything to them is sex. I've told you this. They're a sex pest. They're a stalker, they're a pervert, they're a sex pest. So it's been recorded. I've screenshotted the messages. And I won't be engaging in any more conversations with anybody because I'm a single woman. I'm getting on myself. My mother's 79. I'm trying to make sure my mum's okay. And we've got a pervert turning everything into sex. And when you get older, you know what I mean? It's just perverted. I heard from my mum yesterday morning. I didn't hear from her all day after that. So my son is going to tell me these guys are supposed to be ringing my son. The men that are delivering this washing machine from Argos are supposed to be ringing my son to tell me when it's coming properly, when they're on their way or something. So my son's going to be telling me when this washing machine is coming, because my son deals with things like that. He's not actually receiving the washing machine, it's me. But I've given my son permission to deal with my stuff because the phone hurts my face, right? So these guys are contacting my son, but it's not my son that's getting the washing machine, it's me. So we had some funny text messages last night which have been screenshotted and will be sent to the police if necessary, because they are putting pornographic terms in sex. Now, you're meeting someone, you don't do that. Not on the first message. You don't do that. Just don't do that, do you? Is that how you meet a woman, is it? By sending them filthy text messages. So on the first meeting of someone on a dating site, you send them a load of filthy text messages. Not me, you don't. This one guy was from Oxford, there was one guy from London. They're usually the person is trying to harass, distress, frighten me, scare me. So they're usually really, really large, bald-headed men with thick necks hanging down, or they're just blokes like this one bloke had a really long nose, a massive nose. It looks like a parrot's nose. They've all been recorded and screenshotted. It's not the real person. They are doing that to distress, antagonize, and they're not real people because the photos are fuzzy. They're copies of other photos, or you wouldn't send a photograph. If you were trying to date a woman, you would make sure that you looked decent. They're purposely sending photographs which are horrible. I don't want to see hairy chests, hairs coming out of your ears. They're just deliberately doing that. And then starting to text of a sexual nature, and this bloke is hideous. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to frighten, distress, and cause upsets. And they've been doing this for a long time because they're a very sick individual and they need catching and putting away. I say individual, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. I don't know if it's more than one. They need putting it away in a secure mental hospital. They're dangerous. Trying distressing my life every day of the week because of it's always porn as well. It's always pornographic. It turns pornographic. Trying to, I said I was married to a bloke that was interested in porn all the time. Nothing they say shocks me. Absolutely not. So I got up, my cat woke me up again. My cat jumped on me at 5:30 in the morning, shot through the shot all over where I was sleeping and nearly landed on my head. Yeah, my cat Harry bounded into the room and nearly landed on my head. So I was woken up at 5:30 this morning, and I got up, made myself a cup of tea. Thank goodness the washing machine cupboard is cleaned out, and yeah, I'm gonna have to delete TikTok, delete it completely, because that is where the majority of it is coming from. So I'm gonna have to delete TikTok. Just delete it. Then I won't get these messages. I didn't know I was still attached to Flirt Finder, so we're going to remove that off of my phone. The worry for me is that once they can't talk to me through messages or applications, they start mucking about outside and start sending dirty men to me, which I will deal with the police. Because that Charlie was one of the blokes that came up to me and started something, so I would just get the police involved. Right, so we're going to delete Flirt Finder completely. I thought I had already. We're going to delete TikTok, and then we're going to see what they do next. But they cannot leave me alone. They need to talk to me. So I haven't talked to them for about, I've stopped doing live streaming on TikTok for about 3 or 4 weeks, and they've kept sending messages and I've not answered them. I answered Dude 13's message, and we've got all this sexual harassment started, and it is sexual harassment. Sexual harassment. I'm not going to actually say what they said because it made me feel sick. It was disgusting. It made me feel sick. They try and scare you, frighten you, stop you going out. They won't do that. They won't do that. These 2 men, obviously 1 or 2 men that come out to put the washing machine in, my next door neighbours are close to me. I mean, they're really close, right near me. So if anyone starts anything, someone's going to hear it. He's gone out to work upstairs. He's gone out early in the morning. I was receiving these messages late last night. The person is ill. The guy upstairs has gone out early this morning. I heard him. Right. And yeah, everything to them is a pornography movie, a porn movie. I've known that for ages as well. They used to stage things outside Chatham Library. While I was sat on a bench, this is what they're doing when I walk on the field as well. Like when they're stood there eating bananas in front of me, and I'm not being funny. And I'm not being rude, I'm just being honest. When they're walking around, and I walked on the field and they were doing a photo shoot, and she was half naked on the field being photographed while I was walking past. They do all these stage scenarios to make me feel bad about myself, and I'm happy on my own. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1991, Tim Berners-Lee published the first ever website. His vision is now allowing you to watch endless cat videos and have conversations with a machine in the corner of your living room. Thanks, Tim.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 7:50 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Wednesday, the 6th of August.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 12 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. Today's forecast has intermittent clouds, with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 12 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What's a ghost's favorite play? Romeo and Juliet.
Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
This day's famous birthdays include American actress Vera Farmiga, Indian-American screenwriter, film director, and producer M. Night Shyamalan, Malaysian actress of Chinese ethnicity Michelle Yeoh, British pop singer-songwriter, clothes designer, author and actress Jerry Horner, and Dutch Association football player Robin van Persie.
I don't expect anyone to believe me. It's very, very, very hard to understand unless you've lived my life and know what I'm going through since I was about 15, 16 years old. And I met this guy, and it's all about pornography. That's what it's all about. So last night I went outside with Max, and you've got to remember my whole life is a porn movie, so these guys are staging scenarios trying to get me in them. So that you've got women walking around with tight hot pants on, tight tops, and they're staging scenarios. And I'm an older woman now, and I'm never going to look 20 again, and I'm not going around wearing tight clothing, so everything is a porn movie. And there you go, that's what they've been doing. From the girl sitting opposite me with her legs open, when I'm looking out my bedroom window, I've got a girl that sits there with her legs open, with her, she's about 22, 23, 24. I'm nearly 60, I'm a woman, and I've got a scene where a woman is sat there with her legs open, and she's, you know what I mean? That's what they're doing, they're filming pornography. When I go into the co-op as well, all these silly things, like that Charlie coming up to me, oh, I like your shorts, Crystal. He tried it on, didn't he? And then he took me back to his flat, and he lured me into his bedroom. And there was scaffolding outside and dirty workmen looking in through the window. Porn. Well, you're not going to meet a real partner in a porn movie, are you? You're not going to meet a future boyfriend or husband if you're living a porn movie every day, are you? They're just going to want to try and get you into bed or touch your bits and pieces. You ain't going to get a real bloke. And that's what's been going on in my life. And I'm not joking. That's what they've been doing. And my ex at my old address, that's what he was doing. He wasn't interested in me as a partner. He was staging porn scenarios and trying to frighten me when he let other men into the flat and scare me. That's what he was doing. All right, gorgeous. All right, beautiful. You're lovely. So every time I go out, when I go onto the fields, they're trying to get porn out of me. Porn. They're trying to get my number, go to WhatsApp and get dirty photographs and try and do what Sean Clark did. Get me on a video call, and then they take their clothes off and start trying to get me to do the same. And that is what my life is like every day. And if I don't, they try and tighten the screws and make my life horrible, get people to be rude and nasty to me until I submit to that what they want me to do. And that is every day of my life right now. So I was walking up the road yesterday afternoon, and the woman was leaning over talking to a woman. You know, sometimes they've got skates on as well. So these young women are going up the road in very skimpy shorts and tops in roller skates as well. And they do that on the field. So I'm trying to walk around the field, and I've got women. Look, I don't watch pornography. I don't. I'm an older woman now. But when I was younger, I you know, when you're married and in a relationship, sometimes you watch porn together, yeah? So I know what porn films are like. I know what the women wear. I know what they do. I know the funny staged, funny. So you can have a funny Romeo and Juliet, but in pornography. Do you understand what I'm saying and what they're doing? It happens when I'm in the co-op. It happens when I'm outside. It's a nightmare. I have to live like this. Every time someone comes to the post lady is dressed like she's a porn star. She's got red pop socks on, shorts. She's an old lady of she must be getting on for 65. And they're dressing the post lady in red pop socks, shorts, and an Australian hat. I've never seen anything like it. And the doctor's appointments as well. And the hospital appointments. Porn. Pornography. And how are they going to explain themselves? It's disgusting. And it's hard to believe. But it is true. That is what they've been doing to me. So I'm getting ready. I'm going to have a cup of my ginger spice tea. I've got 2 men coming out, or 1 man, whatever, to deliver a washing machine, right? I believe I'm being eavesdropped on, and I believe there's cameras inside this flat. So there's probably one in the hallway when I open my door to people, right? That is how they're managing to spy, know where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm not mad. So we're going to see what happens when this washing machine gets delivered. And listen to the words as well, because I've had Tesco delivery drivers come up the stairs and they're reeling off speeches like porn. They're reeling off speeches. Oh, is this a celebrity house, is it? Is this where all the celebrities live? And then they start talking about, oh, my dog did this last night. They ain't talking like normal delivery drivers. They're reeling off speeches like you're doing a stupid, funny porn movie. Do you know what I mean? And some of these men that come to my door, right, a lot of them are big and bald, right? They're big and bald and they're quite frightening figures, and I'm on my own. So I am going to finish my tea. I'm going to walk my dog before this delivery arrives. Hopefully my son will tell me when the washing machine's on its way, because it's in his name. It's not in my name, this washing machine, it's in his. And we see what character comes to my doorstep. See you later.